Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. Okay, so I wanted to come on here real quick um, because I just got finished meditating. And if you hear some snoring in the background, it's my children. Okay, but I really wanted to come on here real quick because in my meditation session, it's so funny because at times I'm asking the universe to guide me on what to talk about. And this topic came up in my meditation session about you wanting to give up, right? You wanting to end everything. I'm here to tell you, you have so much to live, okay? I know you may be going through some trying times right now, some adversities, but honey, they shall pass. Well, everything that we tend to go through, I like saying grow through. Everything that you may be growing through, you gotta understand is just a lesson, okay? Also, I remember, I'm gonna share a few stories with you guys. When I had went through the divorce, once upon a time I was married, and we got into the relationship extremely quick, and everything started speeding up because the guy who that I got in a relationship with, he didn't have any papers. He was such a phenomenal guy, like very nice looking, very charming, although very cheap, okay. And I remember how I wanted to help him out because I really felt head over heels for him. And he was nothing like my previous relationships, right? So prior to him, I was used to being in abusive relationships, okay, because that's what I seen growing up, and that was my definition of love. So we all have, our love language, and depending on, what you may have seen when you was a child, if you don't change that love language, sometimes it could be um, domestic, sometimes it could be very toxic, okay, and sometimes you may even normalize it because you think that that's really love, okay. But honey, a black and blue is not love, okay? And so me and this guy, we got into a relationship. Let's just say his name was Jose. We got into a relationship, and then after dating for about, I think it was like 7 or 8 months, we got married. I know, extremely quick, right? And I remember I would like constantly like look in his eyes. We would gaze into each other's eyes, and all this stuff. And I was, when you coming from a place where as though um maybe is abuse, is traumas, we all may have experienced some form of trauma, but when you coming from that space and you're not doing no work on yourself, no healing, because you don't even know how to heal or where to start to heal at. And so this guy, I made him everything, okay. And I remember it came a point in time he wanted a divorce because he was basically saying, how I talk to him, certain things that I say to him, I couldn't take back and all this other stuff, which was understandable. But then it was a point of me, or a time that I felt like, well, maybe he just really did it for the papers because you see, his grandmother had failed for him when he was about 12 years old, and he was here, in the U.S. And his grandmother filed for him. So the night before our marriage, the papers and everything had went through, as though he could become, I believe, is a citizen, right? And he said his mother had told him, he don't have to go along with the marriage. And what really, really captivated me was I had two children, and he didn't have no children, but he cared for my children as if they was his, and that was like a big plus, okay. And he was just different. He was different than what I was what I, normalized in my life. Working, very smart, very intelligent, very bright. Um, he was it. And sometimes I will question his manlyhood because, I was used to messing with somebody that was aggressive, someone that was, that seen what they mother had went through, and then, whether it was the abuse and stuff, and then later on became the abuser. So when Jose, I get mixed up with the names. When Jose wanted the divorce, I was devastated. And it was times where as though I would pick arguments, and I didn't know any of this. Okay, I would pick arguments with him because I was looking for a reason for the relationship not to work, because subconsciously I was thinking that it was too good to be true, right? And then it would be a matter of time before he left, because he wasn't nothing like what I was used to, right? And that's very important, because if we start doing the work, when you start doing the work on yourself, right, you going to start seeing or become aware of some of the things that you tend to do. But back then, I didn't know any of this, right? I just knew we would get into constant arguments over petty stuff. And so when he said that he wanted the divorce, honey, I just felt like I couldn't live no more. I felt like, what was the point? And although I had two children, but it was because I had put him on a pedestal, on such a huge pedestal that, I was willing to out myself, because I wanted the illusion of him giving me something that I thought I could not give myself. Okay, so to the person that's, you thinking about ending it or whatever it is, I'm here to tell you, you have so much life to live. I'm here also to tell you that everything is actually working in your favor. You may have lost your job, you may be going through trying times right now, but after every storm there's a sunshine, okay? And why would you end it, right, when the sun is about to shine? Okay, so keep on going, keep believing in yourself. Also understand and get this concept that people cannot give you anything. Okay, and it took a while for me to get there, right? And I'm still getting there, right? But people cannot give you anything. They could only give you an illusion of something. But the real truth is that you can give yourself whatever it is that you tend to be looking for, whatever it is that you say you want, the love, the affection, all of that, okay? You can give yourself those things. So I wanted to pop on here real quick and say, honey, keep on going. I believe in you. I am cheering for you, okay? I know that you have something within you that is purposeful. I know that you have a gift within you that is meaningful, okay? And it may seem a certain way right now, but if you keep on going, you will see that everything that you grew through, it was, you went through it for a reason. Honey, just hitting me. You went through all of it for a reason, and it's seasons. And so with that being said, I hope you guys are rocking out, believing in yourself, and I catch you guys on the next one. Peace.